Hello Libra, how are you? It's me, Lauren, with the Untitled Tarot. Welcome back. If you're returning, welcome. If it's your first time in, we are very happy to have you. We are going to do your weekly spread, Libra. We're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to use the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal Oracle deck instead of a traditional tarot spread this week. Full moon energies, a lot of tension, a lot of purging, people a little on edge. We don't need to have some like Eight of Wands, Tower cards flying out, Eight of Swords. We don't need this. We don't need this. So we're gonna bring it back down on my Twitter. I have like a list of my services, and one of the spreads that I do is called a Basic Instinct spread, and we use all of the animal cards to kind of back down to like basics, your basic instincts, your true animal nature, your animal spirit. How are we working in our environment? How can we best use what's inside of us, our natural animal instinct, to navigate the jungle of our lives? So that's what I'm going to do for you guys this week. This is what we're doing. I've done a few signs. You were the first air sign up first, of course. So your first general energies that we have for you, you got out the Moth Spirit. I don't normally take cards in this deck reverse, but lately I've been called to do so. So you have the Moth in reverse, you have the Butterfly, the transformation, the Camel, and you have the Starfish in reverse. So these are your general energies. So these is kind of where you are right now. So when I look at these, the Moth, it's much like the Butterfly transformation, right? It's a card of ascending, right? Like truth transcends illusion. It's a card of surrender. It's a card of release. And when you get it, and then it coming out right with the Butterfly right after it, like that's monumental growth and change. But when it's coming out in reverse like this, it's telling me that you're sort of resisting this transformation that you're going through. It's like you're cracking through the chrysalis now. You've kind of been in probably a hibernation stage for a while, Libra, really kind of growing, working on yourself, and now you're popping out. Your little wings, you're getting ready to fly. But it seems like there's something about this process you're maybe not ready to surrender to, or there's a part of you that is holding back in some way. And I suspect with this Camel card, perhaps whatever new beginning, new aspect of yourself, new job, new relationship, whatever this new transformation, wherever it transpires in your life for you, it seems as though you're feeling as though it's going to take maybe too much of your reserves, possibly like too much. It's going to take too much out of you. It's going to make you too much energy, too much time, too much of your reserves, the things that you've saved up, you know, whether it's just emotionally, whether it's monetarily, but it's like you're resisting this transformation because you think it's going to cost too much in some way. And the Starfish Spirit is very much of an express yourself, bright, shiny. It's like a star energy, right, in the traditional tarot. And in reverse, it's telling me that because there's something about this or about this process that you're going through that you're not surrendering to because you think it's going to take so much out of you in some way, it's really hindering this transformation, preventing you from shining and expressing yourself in really the ways that you are meant to be doing right now. Yes? Which I get. I've been there. We've all been there. I had a summer house there, so don't worry. But let's see. Let's get into your general environment. Let's see what's going on around you, right? It's in your jungle. Thank you, Spirit. Can I have some cards? What's going on in Libra's general environment right now? General environment. What's going on in the jungle? Interesting, Libra. Do I want to take I want to take this in reverse. So you have the octopus out. You have two water energies. You have the octopus energy out first, and then you have the dolphin spirit out next in reverse. Your general environment. I'm hearing like friend or foe, like a frenemy kind of thing. It almost feels as though you are not sure, like as if your intuition is failing you, like you're trying to feel your way through the situation and you feel as though you're not intuitive enough or you can't feel your way through it, and it's making you like second guess maybe people in your life or situations, like, is this good, is this bad? And it could be through this growth and transformation you've learned just to be a little bit more analytical and use your discernment a little bit better in your decisions and in your dealings with other people. But with this octopus energy, I mean, it's a very wise energy. Octopuses are, is it octopuses, octopi? Doesn't matter. But it's a very ancient energy. It's very much like the crocodile or the whale energy, right? But it's got all these tentacles. It's got all these things, these elements that either this could be, but this is your environment. So I don't want to say, it almost feels like this is you, right? This is almost like you up here with all your growth, all that transformation trying. And it's like these tentacles are almost maybe people, situations, places you have to go, things you have to do. And you're like, I don't know if this is good for me. I can't really feel it out with my intuition. Is this friend? Is this foe? Like, it's almost like I can't get away from it. You know, with these tentacles, it's like it's all over you. It could be the process, right? Like you're not really trusting whether or not you are going in the right direction or if you're just driving yourself crazy. And so part of that could be this not wanting to surrender is part of maybe just a natural resistance, because maybe you feel like there's a lot that maybe there's a lot that people need from you, or there's a lot that people want from you, or it's going back to that kind of reserve thing. You're like resisting this transformation because it's like, oh, you're not sure if it's good or not, like if you're going in the right direction. So it's like you're resisting this transformation because it's like, it feels like everything, it's like, I don't know, people all over you. That's like, maybe even if it's just like energetically, or if it's just like thoughts in your head. But and then you have the vulture. I'm gonna take it out. You have the vulture underneath. And the vulture normally comes in as a clearing out energy, right? It takes something that's already dead and gone, that would otherwise just sit there and rot and fester and become more toxic for the animals in the environment and the surrounding area, right? But a vulture comes in, it cleans all that up, right? It's a recycler. So with this in reverse, it's like in your environment, it feels like there's a lot coming at you. You're having a really hard time deciphering like what's good, what's not, what's friend, what's foe. Your intuition feels a little off. You're not really sure what you can trust. And it feels like because you're resisting that, part of this vulture energy that like comes in and kind of transforms and cleans up all this stuff, it's almost like you're not sure what to clean out yet, right? Or potentially you're not ready to clean out certain people, relationships, behaviors that you engage in, activities that you do, places, whatever it may be for you. It's very general reading, so it can go 1,000 ways, but it's like, you know, the process of coming in with this vulture to do this clearing out, you know, it's almost like a very like king or queen of swords energy, Libra, right? Like it's the harvest, like come in, clear it out. That it's gonna take a lot out of you. You know what I mean? Maybe just emotionally to kind of have to cut ties or move on or whatever it may be. But that's what's, I guess that's why you're acting like this. This is like an immediate response to your environment. There's too much coming at you. You don't know what you can trust and if you're going in the right direction. And that's why you're resisting this transformation, because you're gonna have to clear out stuff. But it's like, you don't even know what to clear out. And it seems like whatever it is, it's gonna be a lot. So you're like, just pump the brakes a little bit. Just long enough so you could figure it out, I'm hearing. Just long enough so you could figure it out. Because you feel anxious in that energy. Like I feel anxious. So let's see what your strengths are, Libra. What are Libra's strengths in this situation, please? What are Libra's strengths? Yeah, it just feels like there's a lot coming out and you're just like, I don't even know what to clear out because there's just like too much. There's just too much. You're like, I'm not moving and I'm not doing any of this until everybody just like stops for a second. What are Libra's strengths, please? Libra's strengths. Ooh, like ooh, okay. Interesting. The cosmic egg. Ooh, this is a spirit card in this deck. You have fire, earth, water, and air elements, and then you have the spirit. Your strength is that this is unfortunately very much on plan for you. That I've been there, but you are seemingly, you're on path, even if you're frustrated, the situation is all kind of happening exactly the way it's supposed to be. You are wrapped up in spirit. There is a bigger project, there is a bigger blossoming, there is a bigger process at hand here. And that's that sort of, this is kind of you. Where's this? Do you remember how I said, I was like, this is like you up here, and then this is kind of like everyone else around you bothering you, right? It's the same, it's the same. It is the egg. It is the egg. There's a plan, there is a, but it's coming, it's up here though. So it's coming from it's coming from your thoughts, which makes sense because you're an air sign. So much is coming at you. That's why you're not trusting your own thoughts. That's affecting your transformation. But Spirit's trying to wrap you up to let you know that like they got you and you got it. And like this is, it's all going to plan. I'm hearing it's all going to plan, but it doesn't feel like it, but it's all going to plan. It's almost like, you know, pressure. You have to put pressure on a rock in order to turn it into a diamond. It's almost like intentional pressure. It feels like the universe is putting on you. But you also have the shark card, which is typically a card about, again, it's like this octopus energy. It's one of the oldest creatures on the planet. It's very wise. It's very determined. It knows how to survive, right? Wisdom. It came out in reverse though, which is almost telling me that it's like part of this surrender is like you're maybe approaching some of these people, places, or situations in a way that you always have, or by using a thought process that you're just very much accustomed to, like these automatic ways of thinking and being that we don't even notice, we don't even realize that we're doing, and that they could be detrimental to us. This coming out in reverse is telling me that one of your strengths is that you are actually able to embody like a beginner's mind, a new, fresh perspective. You are an air sign. You're Libra, for Christ's sake. Like, there is not a new idea that you couldn't just find under a rock by tripping over it accidentally. So it's almost, and maybe that could be, maybe just the idea of that, realizing that little bit of like that wake up, like, oh, okay, everything is connected. Like Spirit does have my back. Like there is a plan. I am on the blueprint. Like there is a reason why all this is happening. Like there's a bigger thing at play here. And that could be like something new that you're realizing, and that could be giving you comfort, and that could be a strength to you, your faith, your hope, your optimism, but also your ability to look at things in new ways, which gives you that ability to have different perspectives, soothes you, because you're an air sign. You like to be able to have all of your logical little facts before you can really go in and harvest, because it's almost like I'm getting a sense you're like, if I'm going to go in and I'm going to use all these reserves to go in and start cutting crops, cutting people out, cutting ties, doing this, doing that, I want to make sure that like I'm leaving the good stuff and I'm cutting out the bad stuff, and there's too much noise around me to like figure that out right now, but I'm not moving until I do. And Spirit's saying like, we're wrapping around you. We're putting a squeeze on you, but it's on purpose. We got you. Use your beginner's mind. It's like, keep going back to the drawing board. Keep going back to the drawing board. Let's see what your weaknesses are. Turtle. Another old, ancient energy, right? It's about going slow. It's about going slow. It's like you trying to work through these relationship, this process, whatever this is, with like those old thought patterns, like I was saying, those old just like automatic systems of behavior that we don't even realize that we're doing, that aren't helping us and are preventing us from getting different, results. Thank you. Different results. You know how they say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results? That's kind of what this is, a little bit. It's tried and true, but it doesn't work anymore. And old dogs have to learn new tricks. So here we are. It's that, okay. It's that not using your old wisdom. Like have it, keep it, it's good for you, like absolutely, but take a fresh perspective. Look at it a little bit of a different way. That could be just realizing that there is a plan. There is a plan, so you don't have to stress out so much. Like there are things that you are going to have to go in and cut out, absolutely. But like Spirit's guiding you towards what you should and what you shouldn't. You're the one doubting your intuition. Scorpion in reverse, fire energy. You're too much in your air energy right now. You gotta bring out that Queen of Wands inside of you, right? Focus, strike, intention, purpose, making the decision, right? Focus does not necessarily mean like slow and stagnant. It just means purposeful and steady. Yes? It's in reverse. So it's like, you got a lot of fire under your ass. Get out of your head. Get off your ass. Think about it in a new way. Think about it in a new way, because you're only acting and feeling like this because it's a direct, because this is not Libra energy. This is not Libra energy. A Libra energy flies, baby. She shines bright like a diamond, like a freaking Rihanna song, right? That's what Libras do. That's what Libras do. This is directly in response to what's happening in your environment, whether it's emotional, energetic, physical. But Spirit's saying, like, you've thought about it long enough. Think about it in a new way and do something about it. All right. Little chop. All right, let's see. Now, got your strengths, we got your weaknesses. We're looking at you all around the board. What should Libra do? What should Libra do to best navigate these little tentacles? How does Libra get through this? I'll pull a little advice card for you too. Honor Spirit. This is a very friendly, this is a very playful spirit, right? Like it's very cooperative, right? And you got out in reverse. Spirit's saying, it's like, I'm hearing like, no more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm actually hearing that Alice Cooper song. No more Mr. Nice Guy, no more Mr. T. It's time to go. It's time to choose. It's almost like I'm hearing like, it doesn't matter what it costs at this point. At this point, it doesn't matter what it costs, because you can't sit in this energy anymore. It's stifling your growth, your transformation. You're not shining. You're not the star that you were supposed to be. You're Libra. It's like a Venusian energy. It's beauty, it's expression, it's balance, it's harmony. It's everything that this stands for. Friendship, positivity, positive cycles. That, like, come on. No more Mr. Nice Guy, Libra. It's almost like I'm hearing, it's like the ships are here. It's like the time, it's like no more time. Like, you're out of time. It's like, shit, or get off the pot. Cut them out or leave them in and deal with the consequences, whatever that is, right? Fire and energy. Deal with the consequences, right? This is like, again, more of that fire energy over here. It's that coming in, it's that pressure. It's coming in, it's coming in. It's that focus, right? You're gonna have to strike. You're gonna have to strike. No more Mr. Nice Guy, Libra. It doesn't mean do it like a crazy person. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. But it's gonna be some harsh truths, some cold cuts, and it's just gonna have to be the way it is. Not everybody can come, and that sucks. But unfortunately, honestly, it is fortunately, because you can't, help me say this. It's like, I'm almost getting like somebody like packing up to like move, just like, I'm out of here, but it's like packing up other people's shit in your bags, right? It's like, you can't move with other people's shit. That's their shit. Let them deal with it. Let them deal with their own healing. Let them deal with their own baggage. Let them deal with their own life. Cut off the tentacles. Cut off the tentacles, let your head float to the top. It's fine. They got you. Spirit's got you. But it's almost like, it's a little bit like a test. Spirit's like, are you gonna go in and do these very strategic cuts? Trim the fat where you need to, because we'll come in and do it for you, but it's gonna be a lot worse. So you better do it now, because you're out of time. We've had the Scorpio full moon. We're out of time now, Libra. Shit or get off the pot. That's basically what it is. It feels like shit or get off the pot, where you're gonna repeat whatever cycle it is that you've come to the end that you're trying to transform through. If you don't, you're just gonna repeat the same cycle. It just might be with different people, or who the hell knows. It's gonna be a slightly different flavor, but it's gonna be the same bullshit. So I promise you that. So look at that, look, just a split. This just came up on the split. Well, Spirit, surrender now. Let's see, we got you a little advice card, Libra. I love you guys so much. This is just in response to your environment. So you know. And I can understand as a Libra, like wanting those scales of justice, of balance, you know what I mean? Just being like, no, it's too much at me, so I can't make a fair and logical decision right now. Like, and I want all my decisions to be balanced. And The universe is just saying, like, you know what to do, so just go in and do it, because you're holding up yourself and you're holding up everyone else. If you don't come now, you're gonna have to stay here till the next bus comes, to the late bus after school, you know? You're gonna have to wait till, you're gonna have to stay in aftercare till the late bus comes. Let's get you an advice card. This is a Spirit Animal Oracle deck by Colette Fair and Reed. Embrace the in-between. Flamingo spirit. What's this? 26. What's that? 8 breaks down to an 8. Working, right? It's like an 8 of Pentacles. It's like a workshop energy. You have to work on this. You have to do it. It's the pressure is just going to build and build and build and build until you can't take it anymore. And then it will be a lot messier. It might seem a little cold or calculating or just, I don't feel like these precision cuts are gonna come off as like loving and as sweet as you'd like them to, but they don't have to be that bad. It doesn't have to be like a total tower crumble moment for yourself, but you're gonna have to cut some ties. And that's a weird feeling for you, because when you do that, when we create space in our lives, we have to then hold that space energetically. And I didn't know what that meant for a long time, but it means that like you have to say you release some friendships, you release a relationship, or you get rid of a job or anything that's toxic and not really growing you, right, as a person. But then that's just empty space. Maybe there's no new job yet, or maybe you haven't gotten a whole new social circle yet. You haven't found your new soul tribe. You haven't gotten that new special love in your life, whatever it is for you to fill that space, right? And so you can get sad in those pockets. They fill up with depression, they fill up with anxiety, they fill up with frustration. You're not paying attention to them. You have to hold that space energetically, positively, realistically, but also very much hopefully. You have to embrace that in between. When you cut out all of this, see, it's like flying. When you cut out all of this, and when new stuff comes in, and we don't grab for the new things, right? We maintain our own energy, our own sovereignty, and then the universe will naturally just bring to us what is like us. The power of attraction, natural manifestation. I'm all for manifestation, but not everything you have to sit there and visualize it, and you don't always have to do that. Sometimes you just hold space. You just hold space, and like attracts like, and what is on your frequency will come to you. And if you're noticing that there are people, places, and things that really don't feel good, that seem to be coming towards you, it's probably for a few reasons. It might be a test, it might be a lesson, or it might be a sign that you're just out of alignment and you need to check back in with yourself. But that's okay. We check in, patch ourselves up, and then we hold that space in the in-between, right? Because you're an air sign. Don't get too lost in your head when you cut all this stuff out and then it's just like no man's land. Give it time. Hold that space. Stay positive. Lion spirit, be generous of spirit. Let your soul fill up those little gaps, okay? It will keep you from feeling like scared and anxious, I promise you. I promise you, my little Libras. So thank you so much. This is your little basic instinct spread for the week. I hope you liked it. All of my information should be in the description box. All the decks I use, all of my personal information. Personals are open. You can follow me on Twitter at the Untitled Tarot. I do daily readings. I do daily spreads for all of the signs there. I also have my listings for my services that I provide. If you want to talk, I'll be here. I'll be here, baby. I'll see you next week. Good luck, Libra. Happy cutting. Bye.